Hey everybody, welcome back, Falcon! Kaiju A Gogo episode number 2. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the first episode, and hopefully you enjoyed how we kind of broke it down in terms of how we're going to be doing this little series. It's not going to be a long series, I don't imagine. It'll probably be some mini, but if you guys want to see even more beyond just a few episodes of recording, let me know and we'll definitely do it. I'm enjoying doing the chatting thing. Of course, I'm recording this episode after the very first episode, which was, just probably 3 minutes ago recording time for me. So I'm not sure how spread out these episodes will be, so we'll see how that one goes, but I hope at least, I can't really say right now because obviously it hasn't released. I'm sorry, I almost had a fucking heart attack there. My lord. It was like I was trying to burp, but I was trying to hold it in so I didn't burp into the fucking microphone and disgust you guys out. But then it got stuck in my throat and it was this weird thing. Whatever, man. We're back in the base itself. We have to heal up right now. And we just have some money too, which we're going to use to actually maybe do some upgrades here. So for now, we could also start working on our base now because we're up to 146,000, which is a pretty decent sized amount of money. Let's go ahead over here and speed it up so we actually heal up our kaiju over time. Today's episode, we're going to be doing some Godzilla talk, which is, probably my favorite and probably one of the most knowledgeable things that I have to talk about, too, when it comes to things like that. Beyond this, I'm kind of worried about what I'm going to talk about afterwards, because I feel most of my kaiju knowledge does come from Godzilla, and every other monster that's, been significant in kaiju history has had some clash with Godzilla films at one point or another. So I'm not sure where we're going to go from there, but we'll see how it kind of plays out over here. Ginormasaurus repairs are complete. Excellent. Let's go into the training menu now. Now, this has already been built, right? So we're fine over here. So if I'm understanding this correctly, if I learn this one, do we go after tier 2 afterwards, or how does this work out? Because, right, I already got all these bad boys here, so I gotta learn the I-beam before we go to tier 2? Is that probably how it works out here? So let me try to learn this and see if this works out. We have 5 days, unfortunately. 10,000 isn't really too much money, which is good. So we'll definitely train this one right now and see what happens here. Let's go back into the secret base itself. Let's speed it up over here. What I could be doing, too, before we speed it up too fast, is actually break down some of this debris over here to make some more stations. Let's actually do that. Let's go ahead and clear some land. Yeah, I know about the clearing land. We'll break this down over here, I'm gonna say. Now, this is going to take some time and money, too. It's going to be 25,000. That's fine. We have enough money for it right now. It's going to be 7 days, though, so more than likely, we'll learn our skill, go out and do another mission, and come back and finish this off next time we're back in the base here. So let's speed it up right now. We have a few things going on, which is pretty ideal. I don't think we could build anything over here, right? Let's see. Yeah, I got it. Oh, these cost a lot of money, too, no less. So, for instance, the production one over here is... Let me put this in slow down time. Organic processor. So what does this one do for us? Are you going to tell me what this does, or I have to, guess over here? Click on it. Alright, there we go. These organic factories generate large amounts of organic matter. Don't ask for details before eating. Oh, we got some, soil and green type of shit happening here. So this adds actually 500 biomatter to the storage, and it generates 200 per month. Interesting. Okay. And let's see. We have the fission plant. This actually does power, and then this one's going to be a lot more power. Okay. But it actually costs a lot more money to actually have right now. This will be done for 80,000, so that's, it doesn't require plutonium, so that one could be done. Let's see about storage. What does this one do? It's great generating power, but sometimes you have to store it up for those real big jobs. Ah, so this would actually store excess power over time. Interesting. What about defenses? Defenses seem pretty much, self-explanatory here. The gun tower. Guns are good. Guns in a turret covered by tons of armor. Better. Okay, so it'll be for defense purpose. We also have the walls here. A strong, sturdy defense against the overly righteous. Ground and sea-based attackers will have to shatter these to attack your more precious buildings behind. Okay, so we could definitely... I don't think they're going to start attacking us anytime soon, but it's good to know that these things are here. This is wall A, wall B, and we also have a wall tower. They all cost the same thing, so these will just basically be if you want to line up buildings with these walls over here. And then we have the facilities, which is lab. A small research lab that produces knowledge in a variety of eccentric ways. It's going to generate 35 knowledge per month. How much does that one cost? 105. That would be just about all of our funds right now. And we also have the... What is this one? 175. And this is so we can heal faster, probably. A basic repair facility that boosts the repair rate of mecha and cyber class kaiju. This is something that I feel we actually do need. That's going to be a lot of money, though. 375. This over here... this facility allows you to upgrade your kaiju with any uncanny tier 1 ability. Excuse me? Any kaiju with any uncanny tier 1 ability. Interesting. Interesting. Limit reached, though, it says. Oh, we already have one, though. Okay, so that's the reason why it's already reached. That one we can make. This one, since we already have the level 1 tiers, we're pretty much good to go. This will be for level 2. Okay, so if we want to unlock level 2, we need to build this bad boy. Okay, so we don't necessarily have to learn the I-beam. We could just go to 2 straight up, but we need to actually learn. We actually have to build this guy, which requires 120 knowledge. We're only at 40, 500 power. We're at 412 and 150,000. You know what? I think after one more attack, we'll definitely be able to build that one. So I'm going to build this, and maybe afterwards we'll do the repair pod. The repair pod would be pretty good, or pad, I should say, not pod. It would be pretty good so we could heal up faster and get back out there more soon, but yeah. Well, alrighty. Let's speed it up over here. We've at least learned a little bit of how it really works out here, so that's good. Good to know. Once he's ready to go, we're going to definitely have him go out and start doing some more missions here. Now, the only problem that I'm worried about is that we could only store up to 412 power. So the storage could be something that we could definitely probably consider doing here. But if I'm right, storage, where can I build this? Did I just build it already or no? I don't want to build it, I just want to see how it will work out. I guess you have to wait till this clears out. You can't add anything over here anymore. Okay, because yeah, this is the repair pad that we have right now. This is a learning one. And this is the layer. Okay, yeah, so we have to definitely clear that out before we build anything else. That makes sense. Alright, so we're fine. We're ready to go. Let's go into the world map. And I guess we're going to go after Albuquerque again, right? Because they're at 6.8 damage. I don't want them to get their morale any higher up, which is at 100% right now. Anchorage is at 96.6. I guess we could go after Anchorage again, too. But it's a lot more of a quicker trip to Albuquerque. So yeah, we'll go back to Albuquerque right now, attack the city, and let's speed it up here. And we will... Well, let's see. Hopefully it doesn't cut off my audio this time. Alright, I'm being quiet so it doesn't cut off. Everything seems fine. This is going to be a nighttime mission, too. Or were we on the nighttime mission before? I don't think we were. This actually looks pretty cool at night. Okay, so I don't think it cut anything off, so we're fine. We have high beams, we have the boosters. Let's start off by boosting here really quickly so we get back into the town as soon as possible here. Now, I'm not noticing that the damage that we cost, I'm not sure if it's going to actually go from map to map itself, but it doesn't seem like, unless they already fucking repaired everything so fast that it seems that everything seems to be up and running again. So there's no like leftovers of my last attack, but again, that could be because they actually healed up the majority of it. So we'll probably have to test this out once we're back here again, once we've done more damage and we're back faster over here. Alright, that fucking helicopter went down, which is good. We want to go towards the center, because, you know, the housing area is actually pretty good for biomatter, more than likely, and maybe some energy. But the bigger rewards are somewhere in the center with the bigger, fancier buildings over here, and the most unique buildings, I should say. Alrighty, so, Episode 2, Godzilla. I'm not sure, let's start off with number 1. How did you guys like the new Godzilla movie, the Hollywood one, 2014? I enjoyed it. The biggest complaint, again, is lack of Godzilla. Way too much emphasis on the story, on the characters. The characters were boring. You didn't really sympathize with any of the characters. I agree. I could really care less about any of the characters in that movie. The other person I was kind of interested in, honestly, was initially Bryan Cranston, and he got taken out. I mean, again, spoilers, by the way. If you haven't watched it, I apologize. You might not want to listen to this because I'll be talking about the story. I'll try to avoid big spoilers, though. And it's a Godzilla movie. I mean, come on. It's not like some fucking amazing work of art mindfuck movie. You know what you're getting into, right? But Bryan Cranston's character goes down, and the moment he goes down, I'm just kind of like, well, I don't like anybody. I like the Japanese professor, who was the smart one, where he was just like, hey, stupid Americans, it's probably not a good idea to shoot a fucking kaiju monster that was created out of nuclear power with nuclear bombs. It's a bad idea. That's what fucking created him. Why would you do that? You know what that would be like? That was like if you watch Ghostbusters, and you know how when the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man comes down, he's over there just wrecking shit? It'd be like if the Ghostbusters was like, hey, here's an idea. Let's get giant cannons of fucking marshmallow fluid and shoot him with it. That'll kill him. It's like, no, you don't do that. Why would you fucking do that? So, the American government's like, oh yeah, well, this is a really big bomb. Okay, it doesn't fucking matter. It still has nuclear power, which is what fucking made him in the first place. That's the premise. Did you not watch 1954 Godzilla? America, well, I guess, you know, canon-wise, story-wise, the original movie didn't exist because that's its own thing, right? I know, I'm being facetious when I say that. But here's a man that's apparently fucking well knowledgeable on the fact. Well, actually, no, it's not true. The movie didn't exist in the movie, right? But there had been reports of Godzilla, and, you know, there's a history of Godzilla in that, in you know, the Hollywood movie itself. Like, you know, there's reports, remember we were seeing, like, the black and white pictures of it and all that other shit? So, yeah, there is definitely a knowledge of it. But, yeah, the Japanese doctor's like, hey, don't shoot them with nuclear bombs. You know, number one, you're gonna fuck up the ozone even worse. You're gonna fuck up. What's the residual damage of what you're doing over here? He's on the coast of, like, you know, California here, almost by the chance. You're gonna shoot him there, and they're like, oh yeah, well, you know, you gotta sacrifice a few for the masses and blah blah blah. But either way, Japanese doctor was the only one that I really give a shit about after Bryan Cranston went down, and you know, he was basically, it sucked because his character was kind of like an underside. He was just kind of there as like the fly in the wall in a sense, where on occasion it'd be like, hey, what are your thoughts? Oh, those are your thoughts? Cool, we don't really care, we just want to give you a little bit of airtime here just so we have some sort of like Japanese like influence in the movie too. I'm pretty sure that wasn't the case. Again, I'm being really facetious when I talk about this, but yeah, the story itself, it's a lot of, I guess, information on the human drama itself. Let me boost up over here, because I am just getting fucking wrecked. Jesus Christ. Military, let's relax here for a second. I'm gonna I-beam the shit out of somebody. Jeep? Fuck you. Okay? I guess the beams are actually pretty good. Instead of going melee on these motherfuckers, I should just be using... Oh yeah. Ha ha ha! That's how you fucking fight the tanks then. So you use the powers more than likely on the enemies, and then you use the stomping attack on everything else. Kaiju, can you please move? We're about to go down. I don't want to necessarily die right now. We're gonna have to boost up. Boost up, my friend. We need to fucking go. We're not looking too hot right now. No, don't attack that building. Look, don't attack the building. Just come. Oh, what's that over there? I kind of want to go after that really soon, but I'm worried about my chances of making it out in time here. Come on. I kind of want to go after it. This is a bad idea. It's totally a bad idea. Can you I-beam Chopper here? Yeah! You fucking can. I love that I-beam. Yeah, I don't think we have enough health to make this happen right now. Although... Get the Jeep. Oh, yeah. 41 health. This is actually pretty scary because the more, uh-oh. Get out of here. Just get out of here. No! Leave it alone! Leave it alone! Get out! Okay, I was close. Let's get out of here. Hoo-wee! I don't think I really got too many resources in that one. That was actually a pretty close one. But I really wanted to go after that little lit-up building over there. I didn't even highlight to see what the hell that was. Either way, Godzilla. A lot of emphasis on the story, a lot of emphasis on the characters that we were kind of really dull in reality, nobody really cared about. And I understand that. That's, you know, a perfectly understandable thing. So a lot of the criticism is not enough Godzilla. When Godzilla would make his appearance, it'd be like a quick little shot and then be like, oh, I'm out of here. You can't see it just yet. But I feel that the problem was that it built up that anticipation so much that it eventually blue-balled the audience. You know, where you're like, all right, it's going to happen, and it doesn't happen. And you're like, it's going to happen now. It doesn't happen. And it just blue balls you so much to the point that when it does happen, you're kind of like, oh, it's finally happening, yeah. And the thing is that it happens because you figure forest clearing is complete, excellent. You figure that it's never going to happen, so you resent the movie. You're like, okay, well, I've been cheering for this moment to fucking happen this entire time. And when it finally does happen, you're kind of like, oh, well, I was cheering for it earlier, it didn't really happen, but okay. It's here now, and that's cool, I guess. But overall, though, here's the thing you gotta understand. There's always been a big emphasis on story in the Godzilla movies, even in the Japanese ones. Even the cheesy ones in the 70s, I wouldn't say really weren't too... Or maybe it was at 80s, 70s, 80s. There's always like a big gaps in Godzilla time eras and stuff. There's like the Hanzo era, the Millennium series. There's different little eras in there. So I usually always forget the gaps in between them. But, you know, I'm talking about the really cheesy ones where it was just kind of like Godzilla fucking dancing. And don't even get me started on when they introduced a little baby Godzilla. I forget his name. Fuck that, man. That never happened. Never happened. Son of Godzilla, never happened. I don't want to hear it. Let's see. We have some stuff to do here in the base really quickly, though. Let's see. Let's do a training. No, we're done with the training. Let's go into... We have some money here. Let's actually do the storage because we need 500 for the pad to give us double tier 2 abilities. But because we need 500 power and we used up some of it for our abilities back in the map itself, we didn't actually store up 500. So we definitely need to start making the base to, I guess, store our excess power here. So let's do building. And we definitely want to go into storage here. So it's going to cost us 80,000, which is most of the money that we have right now. But that's fine. I mean, it's for a good cause, I would say. Is there something that actually produces power? The fission plant would. This could be really beneficial for us. 190,000. Maybe I should just wait for that. I feel that don't we need like an actual income of power first and foremost to come in before we actually start making the storage for it? Because, you know, this is actually gonna, let's see, it's gonna cost me $1,500 per month. That's 500 storage, right? But don't we need... It's great generating power, but sometimes you have to store it right. Don't you need the actual storage to actually... Don't you need the power to be generating number one before you could actually store it? Because right now, I don't think we could toss my 430 that I have over there into the storage thing. I think we would probably need this. But this also adds 200 storage itself. Per month, 25. So, I mean, we can't build this just yet because we're not missing the money for it. So maybe I should just hold off on that, right? I think that's probably what I should be doing. Just hold off on it for until we can actually build that, and then we'll get that up and going. The knowledge thing over here seems pretty fine for the most part. So let's just have old Kaiju in the background over here meanwhile. Yeah, I don't think we should be doing this right now. So I'm going to just hold on to the money that we do have, because I think we should probably get the production first before we start focusing on the storage itself. Now, in terms of training, though, we've gotten everything out of the way over here, so we're fine in that regard. Pairs are done. Assign abilities, yeah, we have those two right there. We need tier 2, but again, we need some power before we can actually make that one. I'm pretty sure we do anyway. Let me just double check, because I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that I am not. Build facilities, we need the one over here in the corner. 150, 500 power, and we also need some more knowledge for that, so we'll definitely have to hit up some books in next time that we're there. Alrighty, so let's go check out another one really quickly here. Let's see, I guess we'll probably go back to Albuquerque. Keep them on their knees, because obviously we want to definitely have them give up. So let's attack this city. Let's speed it up. Let's go back to Albuquerque over here. Let's see if we could probably hit up that little weird monument in the bottom right corner that we actually saw over here. It appears that KDF has sent out a patrol to catch my creation off guard. No matter, I can avoid or crush it. It will not hold me back. Oh, so there's going to be an active thing after me now, too. This is interesting. Alrighty, so let's see here. Now, it doesn't seem like my damage carries over, does it? I mean, the city damage is at 7.9. I guess every time you come into the map itself... Oh, wait, no, I'm wrong. Yeah, those things are fucked up. Okay, so the damage does actually stay there. Okay. I just didn't really notice because I was actually zoomed out pretty well. But if you zoom in, you can definitely see the damage that you've done. Okay, so I definitely like that. I love the fact that it carries over. It's not just kind of like magical fairyland where it's kind of like, oh yeah, everything's healed again. Even though it says damage and bad morale. So that's good. Alrighty, so what we want to do is actually get up over here really quickly. Let's boost it up. Now there's going to be an active patrol after me this time around too. So that's something that kind of worries me. Let's try to go down this pad because again, I want to hit up this innovation park thing. I guess that's what it is now, huh? Alrighty, so we'll go down this way around. Now, again, the Hollywood Godzilla, big emphasis on the characters and the story itself. But again, like I was mentioning, some of the older Godzilla movies have a really big emphasis on the story and the characters themselves, like a really big one. As a matter of fact, I recall this because as a kid, when I used to watch like Godzilla movies, it was like after the cartoons on Saturday morning would end, and then, excuse me, keep walking, my friend. It was basically like I would watch them like on a shitty channel, and it would be like terribly dubbed into English, like, you know, it'd be like the Japanese films just terribly dubbed. And I remember as a kid, I wanted to watch those movies just to see Godzilla kick ass, and I'd be so bored a lot of the times because there'd be such a big emphasis on the people and the story, and I'm over here like, these people could barely speak proper English. I mean, I'm not, you know, professing that I'm, you know, an amazing, you know, linguist myself, because I'm obviously not, but I'm not picking up a lot of that money, which I should be. That's another big concern that I have to really focus on here. But I used to remember as a kid just being like, oh, please, just get to Godzilla already. I'm tired of seeing these people talk. I don't care. And so my point is that there is a big emphasis on the story in Godzilla movies, even though, like, you know, the Hollywood movie did kind of go overboard on it, for sure. And I think that was actually a decision made by the, you know, creator himself to, you know, give a little bit more personalized feel to it and make it more kind of personal. So, you know, I do understand the criticism because, you know, you want to see Godzilla wreck shit and it wasn't enough of him. But let's be honest here. Even though the anticipation itself did kind of blue ball you for quite a bit, and when it finally popped up, let's say, yeah, initially you were kind of like, oh, it's finally here. Damn, I'm tired of waiting. But let's be honest here. When that shit was going down, you can't really deny you're not having a good time. I watched that shit in the theaters twice, no less. That's how much I enjoyed it. Oh, that's a lot of power, baby. I enjoyed that shit so much that I watched it twice. And let me tell you, the first time that I watched it, even the second time, once the shit was starting going down with Godzilla and that, you know, crazy, whatever the fuck he was, monster, I forget his name, he had like a specific name to him. people were just erupting left and right, and you can't really blame them because it finally happened. The beam is so good, dog. I love the beam. That is how you do fucking some mass damage. Fuck the plasmid. It's all about the beam. I'm gonna pick up this battery too because why not? Let me actually... Well, again, remember the beam, we want to use it for the enemies, right? To bring them down easier. But the thing is that we're also trying to store up some power here, so it's probably not my best intention to use it up too much, but let's use it up on occasion whenever we need to. I want to get this tank out of the way because he's the one who does the most damage to me, so fuck you, tank, forever. Let's get the small office out of the way here. More biomatter. Biomatter doesn't really matter too much to me. It seems like we actually get a lot of that most of the time here. Here's another tank. Just stomp on him if you can. Stomp on him, please. He's just like right there. Stomp on him. Stomp him away. But yeah, the moment that that fucking fight goes down finally, you know you were cheering your ass off. I know I was. The entire fucking theater itself was just cheering when it finally happened. And then you have the final scene where he just fucking does the atomic breath down that monster's throat and you're just balls to the wall just cheering and shit. I know I was. I was having, excuse me, chopper, fuck your shit, okay? Get on out of here, buddy. Infantries, I don't want to hear. Oh, this guy's still alive somehow. Fuck this guy. I wasn't really trying to boost up, but okay. Listen to this guy. I wasn't trying to boost up. It's like I'm over here fucking doing drugs to, like, you know, make myself stronger. Just kaiju on steroids here. Let's just continue going up if we can. As a matter of fact, let's go up a lot. Let's just leave those buildings alone. Hey, kaiju, leave those buildings alone. It's a Pink Floyd thing there. Just keep walking, dog. It can't boost up anymore, huh? This helicopter over here is just being a pain in my dick right now. I wish it could just, like, you know, come after me legitly and stop coming after me for my little pieces. Alrighty, let's go after this tank over here. There's so many people just surrounding me. I saw, like, a missile fly up into the air, too. What's that all about? I'm not sure what that's about. We need to get rid of some of these, reinforcements, though, because they're kind of fucking me up here. I-beam, help me out. This tank is still being a bitch. Stop being a bitch, tank. 56 health. Not yet, but pretty soon I think we're gonna have to leave. Pretty soon, but not yet. Can we get this chopper with the I-beams, please? Oh, no! 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 Oh, no! So I guess we're gonna find out what happens when you die. Oh, he comes out like Dr. Robotnik or something. Kaiju destroyed, Exodus. Oh, so we don't pick anything up. Oh, I gotta rebuild I should have left. I had the chance to leave and I didn't take it. Do they at least still take damage? Like, fuck that. I still fucked them up, right? Albuquerque, they're at 12.9. Sure, I mean, they took some damage. But the fortunate thing is that we didn't do any, we lost all of the power that we had stored up, and we didn't bring up any resources for this one. So, okay, there you go. You can die indeed in this game. Huh. Well, you learn something every day. Alright, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Leave a thumbs up, leave a like. The support does me a lot. We will pick up next episode, and, we'll probably continue with more Godzilla talks. We don't really get much into it. We had to do a lot of base stuff today. Yeah. Alright, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Leave a thumbs up. Again, keep leaving your comments and, you know, get into the conversation. Let me know if you liked it, you didn't like it, etc., etc. Disagree, agree. It's all fine and dandy. I'll catch you guys next time.